Interesting music, and we'll have more of that new type of independent songs. Wonderful. But you mentioned that you're now almost finished with your masters, and you're working full-time on your startup. So what's the startup?
Yeah, actually, what we aim for with our startup is to reinvent the old-fashioned honey wine. Yeah, mede, actually, or basically obtained by mixing honey and water together and letting it ferment, as an exciting, refreshing, low alcoholic drink.
But there are more honey wines or honey drinks in the market?
Yeah, there are, but it's always kind of a niche product, and it normally has around 10 to 15% of alcohol. And for us, it's really a low alcoholic beverage. It means 4% of alcohol, and really like a refreshing summer drink.
So there's a real difference between your product and the others.
There is a real difference, and end of this month, people will finally be able to taste the difference. Yeah.
Okay, so you're still working on the recipe then, or are you preparing for production?
So we prepare for production. That means we finalize the recipe, and end of the month we launch the first batch. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and actually the idea started in 2015 in Lithuania. So I got the opportunity to do an exchange semester there, and Lithuania has a long tradition in honey wine, and there I tasted the drink for the first time, and I really liked it. Mm-hmm. So when I come back to Italy, I couldn't find honey wine anywhere, and so I actually wanted to make it myself, and I approached a local research institution and asked them if I can use their laboratory to make my own prototypes to make a market research in South Tyrol for my internship for my bachelor. And yeah, then actually it started. It was like 4 or 5 months of prototyping, testing different water honey proportions, testing different yeasts, adding some spices, different foods like apple, pineapple, some berries. And doing these prototypes, we actually came up with the idea to make a low alcoholic version, so with 4 or 5% of alcohol. Yeah. And trying that out, we really liked it. We were thinking, yeah, let's go for that. And after this, my time in Wageningen started. And there I got increasingly aware also about what's happening with the bees and our biodiversity. And so we saw the opportunity of connecting our drink with helping the bees, creating awareness about the problem, and actively engage people also to do something about the bees or about biodiversity.
We'll talk about the bees after this, but there is a distinction between different types of honey. Mm-hmm. It depends on where the bee takes its honey from, the type of flower. Yeah. And so there's a big difference in taste of honey. Mm-hmm. So how do you accomplish that to have the same type of recipe and the same type of flavor?
Yeah,
taste?
So it's true. It depends on where the bees get the honey from, where they collect the nectar. But for instance, what we have here in Europe is kind of the flower honey, where we kind of have a general taste. And that's actually what we're also using for our drinks. So we have quantity, or we source enough honey or from places where we can guarantee that the honey tastes also always the same and has the same high quality.
We're going to listen to the next song. Here's M83 with Midnight City.